Congressman Greg Murphy joins us now, the Republican from North Carolina. Welcome, Congressman. We plan to talk about other topics, and maybe we will if we have a few minutes, but it's the world we live in now. This is the kind of the conversation point of the day. You heard what the Democrats are saying, and you've heard what other Democrats are saying. You've, I'm sure, seen the video like the rest of us. What's your reaction?
Yeah, you know, it's kind of interesting, Connell. We live in a world now where it's just kind of like basketball. You see the reaction to the foul rather than the foul itself. And you saw the same thing, you know, what happened with Maxine Waters the other day of her getting a door closed in her face. And the same thing here. Did he announce himself? Was he going to go in and just try to disrupt Kristi Noem? You know, it seems like our Democrats, they just want to protest. They don't offer the American people anything. And if you look at what the response has been, why are we having to do this, Connell? Because they allowed anywhere from 13 to 20 million people in the country over the last 4 years illegally. And so the president had a mandate to clean up this mess, clean up this nonsense, and they're fighting it. Look at what's happening in L.A. You have American citizens now using flags from other countries and saying, yeah, we support criminals over our own country. Look, let them embrace that, because the American people have spoken. They want safety. They want security. They don't want the chaos that Democrats bring us. And, you know, Swalwell, for what he says, good God, the man slept with a Chinese spy. He has no ability to speak to anything about honesty, integrity, or anything of the such.
Well, let me go back to the announcement. I just want to clear this up with you. I mean, and you're not the only one who said it, but it said another guest has said the same thing. What's the issue that you have? Is it timing? I mean, he did announce himself. He said, I'm Senator Alex Padilla. I want to ask a question. You're saying that it was disrupted before that and we didn't see it. I mean, he did announce himself.
Yeah. Well, I didn't catch that. I literally just saw the clip that I just saw on television. He used to pronounce itself. So I don't know what was there. The sad thing is we've turned into a very divisive world, and part media plays in part of that. But whether they're doing to come in and, quote, ask a question or to disrupt, I guess you're going to have to ask his motivation. I wish the whole thing hadn't happened on both sides of the storm, but sadly enough, that's what we're facing with a lot of these folks this day. It's just disrupt, disrupt, disrupt. And again, it's not the first foul that we see, it's the reaction to the foul.
Now, on the immigration policy, let me ask you one question about that, if I can, as well, because that has been a focal point out in California. Speaking of reactions, the reaction to that has then become the next focal point, which we've covered extensively, including the violence in the streets in Los Angeles. But there seems to be, in the last couple of weeks, and it's really been pronounced this week, a step up in the enforcement. In other words, the administration said we're going to get the worst of the worst, we're going to go after the criminals, and now that's something more than that. What would you say to people who said, well, they're going too far now in terms of this immigration crackdown? What do you say?
Well, yeah, Connell, ask yourself, are these people here legally or illegally? I mean, that's the bottom line. Are we allowed are the American people supposed to just turn our backs and say now we're paying for health care, housing, and everything, and other benefits for anywhere from 13 to 20 million individuals? We didn't sign up for that. The Biden administration, or whoever was running that policy, has forced that upon us. And yes, the people of the United States gave Donald Trump a mandate to fix that problem. So are we supposed to just turn our backs and just say, oh, okay, everybody's here illegally, we're just going to let them be here and we're going to let them disregard our laws? I don't think that's the case. That's not what the Constitution has directed us to. It's surely not what the hell our founding fathers told us to do.
Totally understand that argument. I think the one thing, and you know the practical side of this as well, we talked about economic issues many times when you've been on, that there is a consequence to that. You know, California is a big economy in and of itself, and the United States economy relies on immigrant labor, and some of those immigrants, and some percentages, is undocumented. Like, there's going to be an impact from this, too. What would you say to that side of it?
Yeah, so do we allow something to happen illegally? You know, farmers, I have plenty of farmers in my district, have to document the legal status of their workers. You know what the bottom line is? We need to, I think, triple our visa program. Let the people who come in here be vetted, not just come in here, we don't know who they are, where they're from, what they're doing, where they're going. Let them come in, be vetted, do the hard work that, sadly enough, some Americans won't do, pay the taxes, and then, you know, send whatever money back home. That's worked very well for the United States, and there's no reason to think that model won't work. Yes, we need to increase our visa program, but we don't need to break our own laws. We don't need to have the administration that was here previously break this country's laws to try to affect that.
Congressman, we always appreciate your views. You're welcome anytime, and thanks for coming on today. Congressman
Great. Thank you,
Greg Murphy there in North Carolina. All right.